Abusiafo, good afternoon to you all. We are back on your airwaves. It is another week, and I'm so excited to be back here. Last week, having some fruitful conversations right here on your favorite station, Ghana Talks Radio, and on your favorite, political show right here on Ghana Talks Radio. And last week, Munim said me and Kasami able guest a journey, and this week, Obesa a journey. Na Mame fa and Chia Kessie and Mame listeners said the piano Munya Yahoo Adaje Esemu data. A joining any a share in some you're streaming on Facebook, your live our YouTube, and I'm Kasan TikTok page, Rasella baby, yeah, streaming wo Debbie Ameka say Ghana, the system in Ghana no enye easy. Enti no say ye bibi our internet so your friend is social and media na kofonya ho joining na omo data hwe na chese nye asem ketwa science no mede entia kese ema ye listeners and ye followers de tosumie no enkoma management said de bia ye ba mo so yase mo encourage ye mo ma ye kwan no ene akonya ne say ye metena waves no so na ye so kakra ye wo no ye fa entudwa and chia third one toso enkoma mi ankasa me papa Bishop Kabnesia me de bia me betena ha me chia no because nema bebre na papa we eyemaye wose bo ho ban na kwase bia nkum na chia kese so koma all movement members ajagradia movement members na afedi aka no koma mi producer DJ Rock de bia me kase 1 man 1000 job 1 man 1000 away from the greetings, today we have something very, very important to discuss. Though discussions are here for the past 3 weeks has been important, but over the last weekend as of Thursday, Friday, Muhon BBC our Ghana Hana. I feel it's high time our leaders begin to look at those things as a people and as a nation and as a government. This is not the first time as I deal with school kola baby they need to cross a river. It's consistently was some crossing so and fulfill and to attack. And these girls are no more crossing so need to go to school as usual. And omuwu and soon won't soon him. So producer I saw video ni ready very sad but mama yanko share video number video na enkwala no eton so numa sebi omo ameka
enye easy yeshupa na irisa enye easy ena nkwala efiri kula mo sankofo wa mi video mo won na jana viane cross no awo mama efiri kula ho ebasin ebini wa mo hwe arawo sama atu ha ende wo man cross pro dia me enye easy yeshupa na irisa enye easy ena nkwala efiri kula mo sankofo wa mi video mo won na jana viane cross no awo mama efiri kula ho ebasin akosku nkwala mienu
no ushe video na ya na as film kakra like ya sema ushe say Ghana country as a nation baby ya drew as a nation na sa nemo we egusu ekoso wo mining na minim dia aban NPP omotiso a omoye because this is not the first time as I dey we esi wo Ghana ha school nkula crossing river omoto nso no ma omahwere omonkwa na government asuma mpanyimfo kakra 1-2 bi ni akwache busuane 1000 2000 na ya forget to omo whether you like it or yes nkula na hwere omonkwa say omo 1 billion kra intimi restore omo emba back. But these are situations that could have been avoided and could have been prevented. But eneno ye dia reho because sake of phobia tena baby no matena sikaso. This could have been avoided. How much does it take to build a bridge over such a river? How much or how much does it take to construct such a river for a chrono yabebre na ohwe sa nyama weni na draw attention to even our roads. Sisi ano hwe ye kwan a enye kora during the weekend no na okọ Twitter na fix the motorway was trending, and I trended kakra throughout the weekend. They be see and fix the motorway trend me free Tema West me see what under bridge on me use motorway pa on a daily basis me use motorway. Na motorway the mean can say the condition na motorway no ewo in no very bad. Since he said on man penny or Sajofo Kwame Nkrumah ye motorway, any other government abani na ye patching. Now say ya bridge ni buye, and omukofa China for bejina ho, and yes, uko motorway sia the condition of the motorway, and then me fasu na ye drew sa bridge on me share. When I looked at the condition of the motorway around that bridge that collapsed and they fixed, I was like, hey, we keep putting our lives on the line. But Tema phone, Ashama phone, sa area phone, before motorway no so. And these heavy trucks who are coming from the Tema port and going are all on this motorway. Yet the government is sitting and waiting for something to happen. They are sitting and waiting for something to happen before an action will be taken about this motorway issue. So if you're on our Facebook, there's a video that we are showing right now where you can see the condition of the motorway. This is the condition of the motorway. Just say apart from what Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah to no government. And Anado is sitting there and is pouring and is pumping money into this cathedral. Omu pompisika billions of dollars into this cathedral. And look at our roads. Accidents be a last week a seawall motorway no so ye tobu honum no that day no see it's very sad. That day I was just passing. I think accident in this year na trailer no gusu ewo share with tow boot nti no omo gusu gina ho e na me car ne betwa mu. And up to ne se wo twam se wo twam a obehu say yes. Sa accident na si and that is not the first time a car crash with sa tow boot no. That is not the first time. Debia wa wonna motorway so bia unim sa de we. That is not the first time. Ye free wa yenko kolebu. These are all, even our health system. The MPP are so under the leadership of Nanado has given us the worst ever government, the worst ever we've ever experienced. A whole Kolebu teaching hospital. A whole Kolebu teaching hospital. Surgical ward. A whole Kolebu surgical ward teaching hospital. Surgical ward or baby you go for operation. Look at the condition of the building. This is the condition to open your Facebook. Now we show condition video no pictures in the. This is the condition of a surgical ward of one of the Ghana's biggest hospital, Kwalebu. That is the condition of the surgical ward. And the MPP under the leadership of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is pushing money into cathedral. Pushing money into cathedral. that they are building church for God. Hey, Adudi, this is the state. This is the state of Konfanochi Teaching Hospital surgical ward. It's not the normal ward, though. Surgical ward. Make us a baby. My try a husima because I was a day. My guest about show neso. My who's take TikTok for Muguso. Thank you so much. Facebook and YouTube Mujinaso. You try a husima ya ba. Yeah, the issues about EC. I say NDC and then 4 other parties are carbon. EC ebe starting voters registering. Now so Oma confining the registration to some particular places and share them people access like that. And NDC for other parties are carbon or trust our petition, you know. And also and we have 1 or 2 issues Mahama Soba out Ebe Kasaya about the voters ID card issue and that. Yentra Husima Yaba Yabetwa and Semnoso.
Occasion demands the company of good music that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your event. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@GhanaTalksRadio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
Decision to restrict the registration exercise to its district offices only. Acquiring a voter ID card affirms one's right to vote, and access to a voter ID card should be easy and not limited by location. Every Ghanaian deserves the chance to exercise this democratic right. I strongly urge the Electoral Commission to facilitate the registration exercise in all its electoral areas to allow for easy access and a reduced burden on the citizenry in their quest to register. I challenge the Commission to be more transparent with the processes preceding the start of the limited voter registration exercise, the replacement of voter ID cards, and the transfer of votes. As has been requested in a formal letter to the Commission by the General Secretary of the NDC, we want to know when the names and pictures of the registration supervisors, registration officers, registration assistants, and other officials for the exercise will be published at the district level as stipulated by the EC regulations. We've also requested information on the exact number and distribution of workstations, registration kits, and other logistics to be used in the exercise. It is also our very strong recommendation that in line with Regulation 22B of CI 91, as amended by CI 126, the Commission listens to the call for the extension of the exercise to take place in the electoral areas and not limited to the district offices of the Commission. This will curb many inconveniences, including transportation, lack of money to move from distant locations, and access.
The victory!
Okay, so right there was the leader of the NDC, that is Mahama. We have our guest on the line. Mark Kosa is on the line. Mark, what's up? How are you doing?
Hello, everything is fine. I'm doing great, and you're good self.
Oh, I'm doing well. Before you joined in the call, no, the video that we're playing was a video by John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer for the NDC. Last week, he had a live where he was, speaking with people and encouraging people to go out, and register those who don't have voters ID card. But again, we after his life, we heard that in fact we have a document that the NDC and 4 other parties have come together to write something, facing the EC when it comes to this voter registration thing. Can you brief our listeners on that, because the document is quite something.
Ella, good afternoon once again, and good afternoon to your management and our viewing public.
Okay.
You see, Ella, our platform with this, your platform is one of the most credible platforms. And when we come here, our platform, we must tackle the issues the way it is.
Yes.
Nothing more, nothing else.
Sure.
We must face the issues squarely.
Yeah.
Now, I understand what is going on. Now, over the years, the position of the Electoral Commission, is sounded unjustifiable.
Okay.
And it is becoming one too many.
Okay.
Ella, it is becoming one too many. You see, all right, so you see, the Electoral Commission, Ankasano, they must not tread on any slippery path. That will eventually, jeopardize the democracy we have secured and we have enjoyed over the years.
Okay.
Now, any objective bystander with patriotic instinct will tell the easy in the face, said the Omo.
I wish to add my voice.
It is somehow not right.
So your busa said they're not easy.
Ella, as we all know, in 2020, because of COVID-19, the EC, they were not able to open Afghanistan borders for Ghanaians in neighboring countries, some of the registration. So in 2021 and 2022, NIPA and me and the previous years, the EC could not update the register. Updated register for reasons best known to them.
Okay.
In 2021 and 2022, update. So Ella, at least when you don't need rocket science, to know this. Common sense could have referred to the EC to at least create more centers to deal with the backlogs, because you understand?
Yeah.
Your backlogs over 1.5 million Ghanaians.
Almost registered.
And we are in 2023. Many people have turned 18.
Yeah.
It's no your audience say, exercise in only 267 offices, more district offices now. What about this enfranchising if I be if I be to me here register, you understand? Ella, we are learning that NDC, NCPP, APC, LPG and other parties be Akko Court, and they are praying the Supreme Court for an interlocutory injunction, which will eventually prevent the EC from proceeding with the exercise until the final determination of the substantive matter. You understand? Now, when you check, we have 267 district offices. So what the EC is simply saying is that they want to restrict registration to only SAR centers. And to me, I found it quite absurd. In effect, the EC is saying the whole Ghana made up of 16 regions. We have 275 constituencies and over 32 million population. You understand? As I speak, we have 3 million people eligible voter. I was on register. You understand?
Yeah.
And what the EC is saying, I was really sick in my stomach to have heard that from the EC. And we must vehemently oppose this unreasonable decision. To me, decision that EC is taking is quite unconscionable because it will disenfranchise hundreds and thousands of eligible voters. And I think for other parties and the largest opposition party, that is the NDC, or the EC Eco Court.
Okay. And say your shared document now. Actually, we are looking at the documents right now. Parties now, the NDC, the CPP, All People's Congress, that's the APC, the LPG, and GCPP. I think it is. I don't know if maybe as a assembly is it an intention of the sitting government to make sure that a lot of people do not get registered, because it's like it's kind of linking to IGP issue, because a year breaking out to say mo person mo yi IGP free because on my moon right now you are making it so fundamentalistic to prevent people from going to register, because about one but then do you think step now this party is almost taken, is it right in is it right in that direction now? The easy can something yield out of it?
Oh yeah, the court share or more nkata or the bayane almost supporting document near the idea na almost not say position why not? Because one will say idea we our constitutional background. Ella, Ghanaians have had enough of the belligerence of the dimension was as I ladies. And like I indicated, it is becoming one too many. Ras, more restricted registration centers to only the district offices, the EC is doing nothing but violating Article 42, and Article 45, 1E of the 1992 Constitution.
Okay.
One will say, at here for Betimia, the Constitution, the Ubia will be into Ubia Betimi, follow. Specifically, Article 42 and Article 45, 1E. Plus, and you cannot take violations of the Constitution to the High Court. What we all know and what we've all experienced over the years, and they say, wouldn't mean in fact violations of the Constitution and High Court.
Okay.
It is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the only forum mandated with the power and authority to interpret the Constitution.
Okay.
And like I said, Article 42 is clear that persons 18 years and above and of sound mind should be registered.
Yes.
And 45 1E says the EC shall. The EC shall. In law, no, say Constitution shall a mandatory.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
The Okasha a mandatory. I say a compulsory.
Okay.
The EC shall undertake programs to expand voter registration. You see, but what the EC want to do right now no, will only constrict access to voter registration. And to that extent, for some of us, they are violating the Constitution of Ghana. It's very simple. I was saying kind of crunch here. Ras, quite apart from this article, no, Article 45(1)(a), no, it enjoins the Electoral Commission to compile voters register and to revise same revision. Revise same as may be determined by law. So when we glance through the Constitution, Article 45(a), it says the EC shall have the following functions: A, to compile the register of voters and to revise it at such periods as shall be determined by law. You understand?
Yeah.
Now let's ask ourselves, what is the law that governs voter registration in Ghana? Law now governs voter registration in Ghana, and your friend is CI-91. CI-91. And that law provides for where registration of voters should be done, if you like, conducted. Yes, that law provides for it, where registration of voters should be done. And you know, the EC, you know, trying to restrict registration centers to only district offices now. I think say a clear and conspicuous violation of the law. Let's move ahead. Let's consider Regulation 2 of the CI 91. Regulation 2, Sub-Regulation 2B. Of the CI 91. Ras, you don't have to be a lawyer before you understand all these things. It is common sense. So the Regulation 2B says the Commission, in designating a place as a registration center, the EC shall take into consideration the suitability of the place for use. Suitability. For the place to use as a polling station on election day. Ella, say baby I would say, any or district office. Make us say crown A be you in and out by 50, 66 and their quaba.
Yes.
You will be a the district office, there be a one. Maybe say baby I may free. Your district office will be a war. Or be free and see the air by in and out, or spend the 60 cities in and out.
And son of what you
and so it's about your registration. Sandy Power, we make us say crown, the whole day the chop money air 10 cities. How do you expect Obia the whole day the chop money air 10 cities? So on Faka in and out 40 cities and call your registration. Keke.
Into one
does it make sense? And no, I want to disenfranchise no. You disenfranchise many people. And the disenfranchisement when you say all the processes leading to registration exercise now more no. It's we disenfranchise the NIPA. You understand?
Yeah.
Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves? I don't we're pulling, polling stations electoral centers near the Adeno.
Yeah.
I want a NIPA. Into no say I didn't say these centers, polling stations near the Ade. Na Emma proximity like NIPA, then NIPA into register. Now per even in 2019, 2020. Now want to speak some mobile register by 1.5 million. This time we are talking of over 3 million people.
Yeah.
Or 2.5 million people. Into I was thinking more expanding even centers any more. Now we have say mobile restricted centers to only 267 district offices. You got to be intimidate any registration. Ella, we need to use polling stations because polling stations are demarcated within communities where people live.
Yes, so people can easily get access.
People can easily get access. That is the suitability the sub-regulation was talking about. So, in designating a place as a registration center, the Commission shall take into consideration the accessibility of the place to prospective applicants. Yeah, that is what they should do. Many people, many people don't have jobs. Now, recently, the IMF World Bank economic analysis, they push Ghana over 900,000 below the poverty level. Fundamentally, what it means, they say, almost 1 million people don't have sustainable jobs.
Jobs, yeah.
And you want these people to look for 80 cities, 100 cities, 120 cities as a transportation to go and register at their district offices, while they could have been registered at the various polling centers.
Yes, because at the end of the day, during the election, that is where they will go to vote.
Exactly. So, I didn't see a use in the changing or restricted the centers to our district offices in Kwan. Wabra nipa sabi 1 square mile de Kwan obi kwa nye de enya Kwan wedi. Ella say open say onko registration we ya this is our Ghana card. And answer this is our passport.
Almost a passport, yeah.
So we need sa document me we bia this is we nyanko for na omo guarantee ma.
Yes, nipa too.
And I friend the vouching process no. Obi edge na mu ma say onimo.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to establish is say so we need Ghana card and I say we need sa no we na this one guaranteed. And don't forget so one who you see in and out 20 or 30 things at your car bar. Now we need Ghana card and our passport. This is one pello of the fence so some farmer
no correct.
Doesn't make sense, Ella. Well, you don't need rocket science. Yeah, kind of crunch no queer back in Contumpo and a dozen, Ella. No queer back already. There is untold suffering on the people. Ghanaians are already overburdened.
Yeah.
Ella, Ghanaians are already overstretched. So you see, in the wisdom of the makers or the framers of the Constitution, they took it into consideration, the proximity, so that the registration centers, the bank registrants, you understand? The card doctor for Ijan, now Breso, Sapepe, Madame Charlotte say
the same thing.
A course come as prescribed and stipulated in the Constitution. Until Mammy J. Mensa, then Quantia, or Quana Breso won't mean near Madia Buagana Funina, not Ubia Watono. I didn't hear.
A question. I'm a bomb pie say, courts no, ever the right thing, no, among any political, because I don't understand why I was a common district office and send me to me, I could register Abra, Mekomi police stations in a Kwakotwaba. It we pray say whatever the outcome, no political help show, yeah, the bebro, but nana before some other one, na. Yeah, Mami take you away kakra from the EC issue. You know, within last week, Nina fix the motorway na trendy, and you're linking to ya kolebu surgical ward. You know, me say one video be a chegwa your surgical ward no nana enye. Then we ask a question, say, then if these are the conditions of our major things, why are we investing billions of dollars into a cathedral we are yet to see? Nana. Cathedral we are away. Obuguzuzi. And we see companies are yeshada nimbe bi omuti efri. Ghana buy to scammer these companies are we show you surgical water nana. Enye nana kasa bibi found because it's there and no de yabre.
Ras, it's a whole lot. There be a Ghana and some Ghana the problem of Ras. Sometimes we entertain a responsibility too much in this country. What is the job description of the Roads and Highways Authority? There were National Roads and Safety Commission, and we have the mother ministry, that's Roads and Highways.
Okay.
Do we have to wait for that deplorable rules to claim lives before we attend to them?
Me see motorway no claiming lives already. Nana me ehona de bia me for. Say me Tema West. Say always until last week ni say accident be a sea was a tow boot no honom no. Nenye easy. Always they wait for things to happen. No, my baby, you know what? It's serious.
Why do we have to do this to ourselves? I didn't say, train. None of my disease, nipa and sana yempani for no attend to Sanima Winina. Why can't we set our priorities right for once as a country? As a matter of urgency, they must fix the motorway. Quickly, they should, decommission the toll booth structures on the motorway for motorists to access the route easily.
Yes, easily, yeah.
But you see, it is material and noteworthy that government has not shown enough commitment to expand the motorway.
No, not at all.
And like I said, it is all about priorities. Right. We don't have money to expand motorway near Diadi, but we have over $250 million on the building of a new Bank of Ghana headquarters.
Oh,
that doesn't make sense.
Bohobium.
Right.
Ghana.
Yentimi any major expansions on our motorways. But there were $250 million. They could see a new Bank of Ghana headquarters. Right. We don't have money, but we've been revising emolument for Article 71 office holders. Yes, I understand. It is a constitutional provision. Not at the time the country is on its knees. We have abandoned so many hospitals. General Hospital. Yeah. Shama District Hospitals. We have abandoned all these projects and even many road projects. So imagine if we had applied $250 million, the head office now, of that money into the motorway, you would have been, 80% way down completing the motorway.
Yes. Oh. I know dear. Na debia sa problem with Ghana yewo. Se aban bi ba no mo start bi bia o mampanyi Mahama obeyebi o kono o constructing some hospitals and some schools and some buildings. MPP buy o ma jasa buildings ni na rotte. What is our problem when it comes to continuing of developmental projects done by a previous government? Do you feel say I was say Ghana like to say outside no? I know say omo constitution omo developmental plan. Say president biya baso I no yeden odiso. Eti wo ba na ye bibi say ya wo hu njan koye odi age say what to the oye no so. No way we answer wait me the what the ayeden. But do you think that Ghana needs such a structure? And also, I say, a black man na ya join said anye.
I would say Ghana, you hear National Development Plan. I boy say when I will be beer, me buy was a to also. Even Crano say mayor auditing, ever near my why anymore. And now the process is man for the secure contract. So mayor auditing near the idea woman. I was saying in such a way say, my project now will start and say.
Okay.
And so the Usika, your project will be President Mahama in the S-Files Mahama's administration. But your project will be at this time, no intimate to a project also. Because successive government will be arguing and say, or buy or also any BB.
Yeah.
For instance, yes, free SHS. Yes, the policy itself is desirable, but the current package we have is simply needless. Because so person when you in cocoa, would you kind of cocoa after our market, I could talk cocoa na
yes, abegum.
But uncle Tom cocoa and free market and goofy while winning cocoa.
Yeah.
So at least. And I make kind of you don't need rocket science to know this. We're common sense. It's South schools now, Mahama administration, it's see those E blocks near the Adeno. I didn't see Abano, they want to make them, uncompletely. Now, what the existing facilities, not on to me and find physicians, not any common and boy in Ghana.
Yes.
We have so many of these hospitals. I can run near the day. I didn't say I buy and to also Sikadi or the best agenda 1111 There are so many district hospitals where I can room. Why don't you channel the Canada the best into those already started hospitals?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we can't set our priorities right as people And I know my brain. You understand? I didn't hear you was tackling me housing project. Ego. Na a dino essay. Now you $250 million say the could see Bank of Ghana head office. What I say? I didn't tell hospitals be brave, schools then be brave, chip compounds be brave, polyclinics be brave. I 8 million what you mean. Now you over 400 million NDC Cathedral. Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
I was saying kind of pray. Yes.
Okay, so Miame who said that will be the solution. Say buying any government it meets now almost passes into law. Say
have a plan.
Yes,
have a plan.
The country should have a developmental plan. Your fan says 10 years or 10 years, 20 years or 20 years. Yes say. And the government be a babyano, not what sa plan so. And yes, idea because Eliamana ekosono obiaba yedi ope. If Ghana doesn't have a developmental plan, Nana, this issue will continue to be there. You move on, Kakrana. Within last weekend, so no, Sami Jemfi Beka Assembly, TV3. Yenkotie a video by Yembona Yenina Yentie, the Sami Jemfi Ka, and now will comment Kakra was what comment was until producer says Sami Jemfi video now already. Bomaye.
Sovereignty of a state or powers doctrine, that legal doctrine into this conversation. Because we are not talking about the sovereignty of a state or powers given a constitutional body which borders on discretion. You understand? Mm-hmm. Even if you are talking about discretion, there is Article 296 that governs the exercise of discretion. But more importantly, in this case, we are talking about the Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land, which has imposed a certain duty on the Electoral Commission. Which duty is being violated by the Commission? And therefore, under Article 1, 2, and 2 of the Constitution, the appropriate forum for such an action is none other than the Supreme Court. I disagree. However, there can be multiple causes of action flowing from a breach of law. Okay? Mm-hmm. And therefore, the fact that you may have a cause of action to the Supreme Court in a matter doesn't mean that you cannot have another cause of action in another forum. So some may decide to exercise that cause of action by way of a human rights action at the High Court under Article 33. Others may also come under Article 1, 2, and 2 of the Constitution. Because by restricting registration centers to their district offices, they are violating Article 42 and Article 45. 1E of the 1982 Constitution. And you cannot take violations of the Constitution to the High Court. Mm-hmm. The Supreme Court is the only forum mandated with the power and authority to interpret the Constitution. And Article 42, I've already told you, persons 18 years and above and of a son are entitled to be registered. And 45(1)(e), as lawyer Martin Pebu has alluded to, says that the EC shall undertake programs to expand voter registration. What they have done is that they are constricting access to voter registration. And to that extent, they are violating the Constitution. The right forum is the Supreme Court. Now, aside this, Article 45, this time around not the E, but the A, enjoins the Electoral Commission to compile the register and to revise same as may be determined by law. Yes. So 45A says the Electoral Commission shall have the following functions. A, to compile the register of voters and revise it as such periods as shall be determined by law. You understand? Now, what is the law in Ghana that governs voter registration? It is called CI 91. And that law provides for where registration of voters should be done. The EC, in restricting registration centers to their district offices, are violating that law. And I'll read that law to you.
CI 91.
CI 91. Let's go to Regulation 2, Sub-Regulation 2B of CI 91. This is, you don't have to be a lawyer to understand this. It is common sense. It says, the Commission, in designating a place as a registration center, the Commission shall take into consideration, listen, the operative word here is shall. It is mandatory, compulsory. It is not optional. It is not permissive. The commission shall take into consideration A, the suitability of the place for use as a polling station on election day. Question. Have we ever in this country used EC district offices as polling stations on election day?
You should use the polling station then. That's suitable.
Okay, so there you have it. Nana, yeah, me Philip Papa way to Sammy Jemfi, me feeling rough. It's what I would say, some more kind, and my comment, Kakra, or no, dear, it said, Obi, cover your Facebook, or say, hey, people know the article, Lord. Challenge, Yamana, Bobo Bonnet, Nana, fire, comment, Kakra, or dear, Sammy Jemfi, a we.
You know, a law, no, Nana, or coach, you know. I would say, issues of such nature, no. I was all man law no any juma because I am running the any money na. It is all can be faster than another one quote law na. The substance of one opposition and so that anyway, you understand? And so all the time they are no won't take into consideration law no.
Okay.
They are not young some agency air cano. Na CI91 no. And what man na all cano.
Yeah.
Article 42 and Article 45 1A ni no. And then all kind of no constitution be so what share constitution no more NCI 91 and some agency can want them now. When you consider regulation 30 of CI na I'm moving on bit me actually because I was saying a reference it will be there. When you consider regulation 30 of WINA, it says Electoral Commission shall revise the register of voters annually. And the most intriguing part is that in 2021 and 2022, so they did you know, to me updated.
Yeah.
It's you know, simply you know, the EC has been even acting illegally already.
Okay.
Because I was every year piano 1 year revision. Now more updated, then nipa be because every year piano every day nipa 18 years.
18, yeah. No,
every year piano constitution in American regulation 30 you understand? I also revise voters register annually. It's not correct to say they usually don't have respect for the law. That's how I feel.
Because last year no Oma yes exercise week.
Yes.
So I didn't know this year mobile exercise now you are restricting it. Oh Ghana.
Nipa bebre at 18. Even last 2 years crown anticipation over 1.5 million people. This time it is getting to over 3 million people.
Yeah. Ready
and willing to be to be for instance captured onto the register. Now must say more restricted access to only 267 of more district officers. Mobile disenfranchised Nipa bebre. Already regulation it tells us further the commission shall revise the register annually and revise the register of voter for each electoral area. Why didn't one can say no district officers now kind electoral area? Yeah. Because when say nipa bebre here access nipa bebre so entimi enante ana muntua lorry fare enko emba.
Yes.
So over the years, this has been the practice.
So why the change now?
It has been the practice. Yes. You see, this is not the first time we are doing limited registration in Ghana. Bella, it's not the first time. And I said, will be. It's no identity. Yes, being in Tabamu, not obeying access. So, or the park, yes, ask yourself, how many centers will you need to register people in 2023? Because in 2019, 2020 crown centers now more KT now come on be KT 265 centers. And now obi di omo call court. Among for omo di politics section on be kai obi di omo call court. I'm saying is it Ayoba Omar or so? Yeah, Ayoba Omar at the easy call court. Said the centers now omo be centers nusa. And yes, that is okay. And they extend the centers to be 1,500 centers or so. It's, even in 2019, 2020, Mutimi expanded centers now. 2023, something should expect you, say you will need more centers.
More centers, yeah.
You need more centers to get so many people on the road. Now, this is the time we are in 2023, and also we'll sign active centers also to 267 of the district offices now. And I'm will be quite a few. People can't even have 1 square meal a day. And you are telling these people, say, we'll be funny per million and go back on corner, guarantee a man. Now, on Nippon lawyer fair in and out. Oh, not a Nippon call. Now, the idea because I went to me and registration now. I have found a Nippon call. I found over that.
On back catch and say, on my pong. I just was assassinated Buffy, and the next day was a was I a lawyer fair in and out after I register. I deal with kind of crazy. I had a papa. What backlogs will be while I was there? It's there is no justification. There's no justification in what the EC wants to do. Yes, because this is Kabiano, Abai at the moment. It is not that Parliament is denying EC approval of any funds. I don't remember the last time the EC got its budget turned down by Parliament. So why can't they do the right thing to help all Ghanaians? All right.
Yes, why can't they do the right thing?
So why can't they do the right thing to help all Ghanaians? This is the Political Hub Show. If you are here, we are discussing, myself and my able panelist on call, Makosa. We are discussing about the recent brouhaha that has to do with the EC and the registrations that is going on. Makosa, and then my breakdown deep into CI constitution that has to deal with the electoral process. Yenina minumi yentia say dentia was say yetimi ko your district office and sana yetimi akonya voters ready answer yetimi ko register ya ho abra yebeko police stations nebeko akotwaba. Mark, my final words on this topic.
Ella, Mesanda was quickly no mame end on Cathedral no asemana yekano.
Okay.
Nipa bebre e bisa se cathedral no kra no yeden
no biggest question
se oma no wuska da bia e kasa asem we se oma no wuska na se wo ya de bisa na nipa adwen kra yeden e so da nkoso right but ye ho kire ye hia moa na no ye ko IMF ko 3 billion ye hia moa free no ma be ntino se ye hia moa e was so one set of priorities right. What is the essence of the cathedral? At a time, we have no food for even students in our second cycling institutions. What is the essence of a cathedral? When government even can't pay caterers.
Yes, this could be the issue.
What is the essence of a cathedral? When pregnant women deliver on benches and on bare floor. What is the uses of a cathedral? When people don't have sustainable jobs to cater for themselves and their families. Ghana obi awa sorry akoko ela wuni sorry akoko.
Oh, mo sorry ameko.
Obi awa sorry akoko.
Me sorry nko cathedral, me ntimi mfaka and free me won say me kwa asori o cathedral.
Asori o cathedral.
Obi awa na sorry.
Sure. Say cathedral. Yenu amon kramofo omamo kwa asori o cathedral, amoko masalachi meboa.
No correct.
Yenu amon traditionalists for so amoko aso ne yeso meboa. Enti cathedral ni wie na yenu amon Muslim for so omoso bu hia national mosque ade na beka achiro.
So on beka chom say take for the can be CBA mo akra.
O ka say we are not traditional for so but omoso mu hia national shrine. Then na beka achiro.
So then your question.
You understand? So let's set our priorities right. Cathedral ya we. Abante bia oye architectural design. Our friend David Ajayi. When him say contract no when you true source sourcing architectural design. I'm the man true source sourcing. And it is alleged say they paid over $22 million and the man any panel. Architectural design keke. I am for Dano cry in Sifem.
Or draw keke
Ella. For only the architectural work. Already go and check the condition of the cathedral. Whether there is a work ongoing or not. Will be uncle. Already we have spent over 400 million on the cathedral. Go there and see for yourselves. What are the work done now? Yeah, no work. You want to know? What does say? It's a fantastic scanner. Whether the work done equals the amount of money spent, go and check. Because many people feel the contract, opaque, and have called for, well-meaning Ghanaians, the likes of Okudjeto Ablakwa, the likes of Bright Simmons of Imani, Franklin Kudu of Imani, they all have joined the crusade to unearth the rot in the contractual agreement. Because, my dear, it is incomprehensible to hear what is going on the cathedral. Obeka, I say, I saw one penny for a that's cathedral board now, they are resigning.
Yes, they
are resigning. Because they are the Kosono, I won't pay into my resigning. Yeah, yeah, Papa Duncan Williams, the cathedral, no, yeah, fast state money, taxpayers' money in the BC. Or by Joy FM, he was on Joy FM. You can search for it, it is there. Duncan Williams, he was on Joy FM. Say, cathedral, no, on best solicited for fans, every baby, but yeah, fat taxpayers' money, NDC, cathedral. Only for us to have heard in this year's budget, or we did in the last year, I said they have allocated over 80 million. Allocated over 80 million. Some of the connection cathedral. Are there and Penifona Crancher say, and yet Nemufuska DBC? They say they are the same Fuska DBC cathedral. They are penning for this government we Yankasan, Unia. Dr. Kano, and Shadam Koso, then Kano Crancher, but I'm saying Kano Crancher.
This government, the Nana say, they come under the leadership of the NP, Nanadwa. I was saying Kano Crancher, young party, some Tonche, I was saying Kano Crancher. I didn't I cosme and Yana and yet. No cray, and yet, I was saying Kano Crancher, yeah. All right, Nana, you better was be brave, say, was I nyabre amaye any for. We really appreciate you and you bet what show no so na producer ye take a break kakra ya ba na yatwa show no so. Okay, ebusia for we ye bonito ya ka 1 minute na ya sorry so they be ameka say ye read more comment and the conversation no ya share them wie say about say time no dey ye di your time so ntino nyame ya doma Wednesday ye beto this easy nsem so ba yen your Facebook na yen read comment kakra tanko amizu or say best show oba asia kwabena forcing one of the pioneers of the show they be ayana or show no so kwabena forcing say the court is playing NDC na oba wasa betro or say mark what is left what if the court play ball only with NPP, what would the NDC do? And also Betro said exactly, and it seems nobody is doing a thing about it. The court is run by NPP and the EC. That was the issue I mean I say right now it looks like NPP is going to break the 8 by any means necessary. And I was by say constitution makers took it into consideration but forgot one thing. Nanado was born. And also by it's already a law how to follow it through parties. It's where the issue is. And a clerk from Clark Asari from Dubai, I say people really know the article. And cabinet force in Sabai knowing and acting on two different things. The court will allow EC to do whatever it wants to break the 8. Money power of Ajagraja movement, so about say more fire. And a cabinet so about say next time light skin women in the office will scare you. No, Sabai say I have no religion, no. So please build me a house of worship. That is some of the comments about your Facebook. And then I say, yeah, 1 minute apart. But I better more say, na conversation now. I tight kakra. Nyamiya doma Wednesday. yɛbɛsa aba masɔɛ so na yɛatoa nsɛm no so mede aseda ɛma me producer DJ Rock aseda nkɔmɔ management na aseda ɛma obi biara ene ɔhwɛ yɛbɛkɔ na stick and stay with us because on Wednesday, same time, 12:30, we'll be back here on your airwaves. This is the Political Show, and this is your host, Rasela Baby. See you.